Well, I won't use the word coffin because since he's a Hindu, he will not require a coffin. But it's certainly the last resort for him. I may like to add that this excuse about uh, bad conditions in Indian jails is something we really need to counter vigorously. And we're doing it now because Indian jails are far superior to the ones I have seen in New York City or in France and in UK. There is overcrowding, there are violent prisoners put with non-violent prisoners, etc. In fact, if he is suicidal, Tihar jail offers meditation, yoga, and all kinds of other remedies to the convicts over there. And I'm sure he will be much more cheerful in Tihar jail than he would be rotting in some British colonial jail wherever he's rotting. The second issue is that this extradition marks a clear break from the earlier West obsession that will he be given a fair trial, will his room have an attached toilet, what are the human rights violations, etc. Because we have been able to bring back other high level prisoners. I remember I was very much involved in the extradition of Abu Salem. And in the case of Abu Salem, because he was brought back with his girlfriend, I think called Monica Bedi or something, in a Portuguese jail, and he was going to face death penalty. So, in a country which has death penalty and the person being extradited can face death penalty, we have to sign an undertaking that while we will extradite him, we will not give him the death penalty. That's what we did with Abu Saleh. Now, in the case of Nirav Modi, clearly he does not face death penalty in India. So there was no need to get into this kind of agreement because there is no death penalty in UK either, although it's now out of the use. I do believe also that if we pursue such cases vigorously, we will be able to bring back other high-profile prisoners. And I quite agree with Professor Nalapat that it was disgraceful the way that just because his surname happens to be that of our Prime Minister, that all kinds of false linkages were drawn. It's like saying, that I am related to every single Mukherjee in India. This is ridiculous. So, I mean, Nirav Modi, in fact, was an extortionist. He has denuded the country like a colonial looter, and I'm very glad that he's going to face justice under rule of law in India, where he has looted so many people. And as far as his depression is concerned, the moment his feet touches Indian soil, his depression will lift. Uday.
Absolutely. And, the legal arguments as well, Dinesh Jotwani, by his team fell flat. Trying to argue that